Welcome from Punta del Este in Uruguay.
Welcome. It's been a while since our last update. I think the last time we recorded an update video was after we got back from Chile, and we're recording in Buenos Aires. So it's been about a month-ish since then, maybe a little more. We're now a little over 3 months into our trip.
Yes.
A lot has happened during that time, and at the same time, not that much has happened during that time. Just to give a quick overview, for the most part, since we got back to Buenos Aires, we spent some time in Palermo, staying in my uncle's place. We moved back to Belgrano, where my grandparents' place is. Molly's parents came to visit for a couple
For
weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
During that time,
to Iguazu and on the border of Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay.
And then for your birthday, we went to Colonia del Sacramento in Uruguay, just across the bay from Buenos Aires. And since then, we've been pretty much planted in Buenos Aires, just hanging out until we took this little mini vacation here in Punta, which is just an awesome resort town. But we're very much in the off season here.
Because it's winter.
It's winter.
It's the dead of winter.
It's like in the high 40s out. It's chilly and most things are closed.
Yes.
But still having a great time so far. So I guess we'll start a little bit back. What did we do since we arrived back in Palermo and how things went, in Buenos Aires with your parents. My feeling was Palermo was awesome. Whereas Belgrano is this sort of older, sort of nice neighborhood, more established neighborhood. Palermo is up and coming. Not up and coming. It's already I think fairly nice and decently expensive, but that's where all the best restaurants are, all the hip new stuff is opening up. So we had a great time hanging out there. And your parents came, you wrote a whole blog post up on what we did as a family. What was the highlight for you?
Strange Brewing.
Yeah, we found this awesome brewery, which is the closest we found to a San Diego style brewery in all of Buenos Aires. And actually, we talked to a few different people, not necessarily at the brewery, just in general, and asked if we could find similar breweries. And they were like, no, that is hands down the best brewery in the whole city.
Yep.
So we've been there a bunch of times now.
Yeah. And then I also really enjoyed the Teatro Colón, seeing the Buenos Aires Philharmonic Orchestra there.
That was really cool.
Which was pretty phenomenal.
That building is nuts. Inside and out, if you're coming to Buenos Aires, absolutely have to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It might even be worth it for us to tour it on one of our last days.
Yeah, I think we'll do that sometime next week because you can do guided tours. They're a little on the pricey side, but that building is beautiful, and the history around it. There were 3 different architects that worked on it. It's a whole thing. So highly recommend that. Other than that, it was a lot of walking tours during their time in Buenos Aires, and then of course Iguazu, which was awesome. I haven't been there in years.
Yeah.
Those waterfalls are spectacular. You really have to be there to experience it. Pictures, video, which we have both.
Tried to capture it, but it's definitely something that's more amazing in person.
Yeah, it's just it's all you can sort of. It feels like thunder, the noise, and you feel it in your chest. It's just crazy how much water is going over those falls. And of course, it's beautiful there. It's jungle and...
It's all jungle,
yeah. And we stayed at this... Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say it's very touristy.
Yes. Yeah. It was also... We picked... Normally, it'd be fine to go in winter. It's a little less touristy, but that was winter break for a lot of families, so...
a lot of schools.
Yeah, high school winter break. So a lot of families were out there. Luckily, the first day when we were on the Argentine side of the falls, it was kind of gray out, so not as many people were there, but it was still pretty crowded. But yeah, it's kind of weird. There's the little coati, which are effectively jungle raccoons, and people feed them, and they're awful. And there's little monkeys also. I don't know what kind of monkeys they were. We took pictures of those, but they're pests there. It's cool at first. You're monkeys and these little weird snouty things, and you very quickly start to hate them as much as you would any pest. They chase you
if they hear you have crinkly, a crinkle a bag or something. They'll chase you.
Yeah, they think you're gonna feed them, and they attack people. It's a common occurrence. Yeah, we stayed at this villa way out in the jungle. Some guy built it as his vacation home, and like designed as a weekend house, and I guess they decided to not use it anymore, and rent it out on Airbnb. But it is like you have to go past Native American reservations, and it's all dirt roads. None of them are named. So like when we were first trying to coordinate, I'm like, "What's the address?" And they're like, "What do you need an address for?" I'm like, "How else am I supposed to get there?" And they're like, "Oh, no, we have a driver like assigned to you," which I'm really glad we did, because otherwise we would have been absolutely screwed. We would have found that place. It was like a compound on the river. I can see why he built it as his weekend home. It was awesome. Anything else to say on the falls?
No.
A tip, if you go to the Argentine side, go to the Brazilian side. We weren't sure it was going to be worth it. We're glad we did.
It was, yeah.
You get, like, the Argentine side, you get close to the falls, and of course you get beautiful views. But the Brazilian side, you get the whole panoramic view of the falls, and you still get to get up close to some of them.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so it's worth going to both. Highly recommend. Then your birthday.
Yep.
You want to talk about that a little? I sort of dominated the falls.
How it took like 3 different Ubers and then 2 different taxis to get to we were rushing to get to the
ferry.
The ferry, yeah, downtown Buenos Aires at like, the ferry left at like 8:15 and we left at like 7 or
I think
so.
I thought it was earlier. It was like 6:45.
Yeah.
That was absurd.
One Uber took like 12 minutes to get to us, and then she saw, I think she realized like we were tourists, and so we would only be paying in credit card, which, because Uber is like semi-illegal in Argentina, if you pay with credit card, there's no way to get the funds to the driver. So they're basically providing you a free service.
Yeah, whereas other people there, it doesn't even exist in the U.S., but you can pay cash in Argentina, and the vast majority of people do.
Yeah.
And in those cases, the drivers keep 100% because Uber can't pay their drivers, but the drivers can't give their portion to Uber either. So
this woman pulled up, saw the 4 of us. She said, "Oh, wait, you're going to the Buque boost? You're going to the ferry? Oh, I can't go down that way.
I have an
appointment. Oh, and I also, like, I don't have an extra seatbelt. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I don't have space for 4 people.
I can't bring 4 people.
And we purposely chose an Uber Select, like the larger size, to accommodate all of us comfortably, which we've done bunches of times in Buenos Aires. I was like, you definitely shouldn't say that you only have 3 spots when the whole point of choosing a bigger Uber is to have more space. But that was the first time anything like that had happened, by the way. Up to that point, we'd had no Uber issues whatsoever.
So then the second person was messaging Ryan, like, "Oh, do you have cash, or do you have like small bills on you? Like, I don't have any change." And then he found out we were going also
to the Buca. I think they don't like going downtown because once they drop us off, that's rush hour. Like after they drop us off, and not many people are trying to leave the center. So it would be like a one-way fare, and they would probably not be able to pick up a fare heading back out of the center.
Okay, so we get a third person. Meanwhile, we've been waiting at least like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the other one was like, "Oh, I'm going north, so sorry, I can't take you." I'm like, "That's not how this works. You like accept the fare, and then you take us to where we want to go. Like that's the whole. Just because we're not going."
Wait, so was it 4?
He said that he needed to go north because it was going to be his last ride.
This was the second guy?
This was the second one.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm going north. I'm going to bed after this." I'm like, "Don't accept fares. Just go home, man." Yeah. We got the third guy. He was nice.
Yep. And then he got us maybe like 75% of the way there, and then we had a flat. So he pulled over. We're like, "Sorry, man." We jump out. We've got a boat to catch. We have like, at least less than 30 minutes at this point.
Yeah, it was close.
Less than 30 minutes. And, we're like, shoot, we haven't held a cab in 2 months. Like, how do we...
And the bus, or the Buque bus, is what they call the ferry, said to be there 3 hours before, which is absurd because the port doesn't open until 2 hours before. But, yeah, sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Ryan. So, we're looking for a cab.
Yes.
And, I think one already had someone in it, and then we saw one across the street with someone getting out, and we like sprint. And I think the guy was like counting his cash, and all of a sudden had like 4 people like
In his face.
like, we need to go, we need to go. So we hop in, it's no problem, and he drives us close, but there's lots of like construction and lots of roads are closed, so we're like circling, like trying to figure out how to get to the terminal. And finally, we figure it out, and he drops us off. And
I think we're close to the end of when they were closing, like not letting more people in, I assume. I mean, there were only a few that were let in after us.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
But then, of course, once everyone boards, it like took a while for the ferry to start going. The whole process was absurdly long.
Yeah.
But it was an uneventful ferry ride. We made it across.
We made it across. Colonia is this old like Portuguese settlement from like 1700s.
I think it's earlier. I think it's there's some buildings built in the 1600s
yeah,
there.
That's true. Super rustic.
Yeah, I mean, it's like this small, kind of quaint town, very historical, very relaxed. Everyone there was like super chill.
It was a nice change from Buenos Aires.
Yeah. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. There's like this little main center and very tourist focused by the look of it.
We found the specialty coffee.
The only one
that's certified.
SCA certified.
And then we had chivitos, which are Uruguayan like meat steak sandwiches, basically. Those were pretty good.
Yeah, those I was looking forward to forever. You like can't, as far as I know, they don't exist outside of Uruguay, but they should, because it's like at its core, it's a steak sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and a fried egg or hard-boiled egg on it, and then like people do variations: caramelized onion, cheese, ham, bacon. Like, obviously we don't eat those, but that's like people play with the style. And oh my gosh, if you've never had egg on a steak sandwich, you definitely should.
I think it's at 6 o'clock, so I think the construction workers are going home.
There's a ton of hotels being built right along this new hotel strip that we're staying at. So that was Colonia. It was just a nice
for the day.
Break.
It was nice.
Took the ferry back. That was chill. I'm trying to think what else we did in Buenos Aires since then. I mean,
besides with my parents, we did all the touristy things.
Yeah.
That I covered in that other blog post, and then we said goodbye to them.
And then it's been pretty much just hanging out in Buenos Aires.
Been working a lot.
I've been working a lot. You've been taking your Spanish classes.
Yes.
My cousins came to visit. My cousin Brian is back in Argentina, so we got to hang out with him some. What?
I was just going to say shout out to Brian if he's made it through this video.
There's no way he's watching this video.
No.
I don't think he's even read a blog post, so the likelihood of him getting this far is very low. It's been pretty chill. We've just, been exploring getting to know the people at the cafes that we frequent, and exploring bits of the city a little bit more. We went down, we went to the nature reserve in Puerto Madero, and we tried Pizzeria Guarin, which is sort of like a traditional Argentine pizzeria. I really miss American style.
We miss tribute. I
miss tribute pizza. Other than that, it's been chill, just sort of like living like porteños a little bit.
Well, yeah.
I think at this point we're feeling a little bit like ready to go. I mean, we could hang out there all the time, but if our goal is explore the world, it's time. And so this Punta del Este has been a really nice treat for us. I wish more things were open. A lot of things that I wanted to go to are closed for the season. This is a place that pretty much shuts down for 6 months a year.
Who knew?
I knew some things would be closed. I didn't realize, I thought it would be 50 to 60% of places closed. It's closer to 90%.
Yeah.
At least during the week. On weekends, a lot of stuff still opens, but hotel was way cheaper on the week. The reason we were able to get it so cheaply, I think we figured out, is because
nothing's open.
So we're at a 5-star hotel that we got very, very, very cheaply. I think it's close to 1/10 of the price it is during high season, and that's definitely the reason for it. But I've been taking advantage. There's like jacuzzi and like the amenities are great.
Oh, yeah.
and
It's fabulous.
we've been having a great time. We went out running out there like by the beach. It's like the benefit of coming in the off season is it's dead, but there's no people around. There's no traffic.
Yeah. I mean, the traffic lights aren't even on.
They turn them off.
It's kind of crazy. Never seen that before.
Yeah, so we're just enjoying like, 5-star hotel for a few days, a break from, the apartment in Buenos Aires is awesome, but it's always a little different.
Yeah.
You feel more on vacation at a hotel.
Yeah.
So.
Room service.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't used room service, but.
No, but people, like, when someone else makes your bed for you.
Oh, yeah. They drop off water, they clean everything, fresh towels every day. It's hard to beat that.
And, we've been looking at real estate here. Do we tell them that we bought a house now?
Yeah, right.
Surprise!
Uruguay is far more functional than Argentina.
Unfortunately, the price is showing.
Yeah. It's not like Argentina where you're like, oh my gosh, everything is so cheap. Here you're pretty much American prices. But, you can pay for stuff with credit card. The currency is not in like random free fall.
Safer.
It's safer. The roads are in good condition.
Yeah.
It definitely feels much more first world than Argentina did. Wow, sun's starting to set. It's on the other side, but hopefully you guys get a little bit of the view back here. It's beautiful out there. I guess the sort of more that way. Camera's not going to pick that up, but
sucks for you.
Yeah. So, anything else on Punta del Este? Otherwise, I can.
No, we're just so excited to move in.
Yeah. We would definitely stay here longer if we could. It's just so relaxed, so chill.
It's like San Diego without, like, well, I'm sure when tourists come, it's a little more like LA, La Jolla.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here, but I want us to come back during high season just to experience the difference. On the one hand, everything will be open, it'll be really nice. On the other hand, I think it gets slammed, sort of, Florida during the summer type stuff.
No, Florida during the winter.
Oh, whatever. I don't go to the East Coast. Yeah, so after this, we just have like a week and a half left in Buenos Aires, and we're headed to Scotland. So Europe, here we come. We're finishing up our time in South America, and I will feel like a regular American once we start hitting places like Italy and France and Portugal.
Where we can't speak.
Yeah, I'll be using Google Translate all the time. Baño, where's the bathroom? No, Spanish doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
We still don't have, besides Scotland, we don't have an itinerary, really, for the rest of Europe, but.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Kind of play it by ear.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to go enjoy the sunset.
Yep.
And I don't know when our next update video will be. I figure we'll try to do one at the end of Scotland, but since we don't know where we'll be. Anyways, we'll try to not wait a whole month, but I guess you'll see the next update video when we decide to make it. Okay, bye.
Bye.